I gave my sister a criminal record after she unalived my cat. Now she's on a rampage to bring me where my cat is, so I made her go to the mental hospital. Just for context, I am NC with my younger sister after finally opening my eyes to her constant emotional abuse towards me, to which she burnt her bridge telling me that she'd only consider me a sister when I proved myself to her. Told her there was nothing to prove and that I'd been nothing but a good sister. I was to the point where I chose to take the fall for her wrongs every time and was there to fix her mistakes all the time. My sister unalived my cat Whiskey, a 4-year-old female cat, because she didn't like my cat, and you didn't need the thing because you now own a rat. Just for context, we do own a rat and he is mainly for my boyfriend, with whom I am staying. We've had our boy for almost a month and a half. Anyway, my sister found out and did what she did despite my warning, because she had threatened me about Whiskey before when she was telling me how she hated me and that I needed to fetch my cat because she'd unalive it if I didn't. To which I told her she harmed my cat in any form or way I wouldn't hesitate to give her a record, to which she challenged me. Whiskey's living arrangements were between my father and I. My dad didn't mind keeping Whiskey with him and I was sending money for food and medicine when my cat needed it. My dad reassured me that nothing would happen to my cat and that once I could fetch her. Until then he would help us with her until I found a place where my neighbor's dogs wouldn't maul my cat. My neighbor's dogs don't do well with small animals or babies, and Whiskey was a wandering type. Anyway, now my sister has a criminal record as an animal abuser because I also informed the police that she owned a deaf pit bull puppy that ran away, and she just refused to go look for the puppy because she was bored of the thing when they asked if there were any other instances. My dad is now saying I am an off for sticking to my guns and that she's my little sister and I shouldn't get the law involved in our sibling rivalry. So I am wondering if I was the a-hole? Her records have blacklisted her with every registered breeder/pet stores, and her cat was taken away along with my father's dog because she is a danger to animals. Some of her friends' parents have told my sister she is not allowed in their homes because they have pets. She's also not allowed to own any animals and will be sent to prison if she's caught. As for my father's dog, it is a temporary removal until my sister has attended 14 therapy sessions before the end of this year, which she's already refusing. If you're wondering how I know she unalived my cat, she sent a video to her now ex-best friend about how she had her ex-abusive boyfriend break each of my cat's legs, then proceeded with kicking my baby around before using her as target practice as she cheered him on. She sent it to her friend with the caption, "This is so much fun." Her ex-boyfriend, because he is 19 and an adult, is in prison for accompliceing my sister. So am I the a-hole for giving my sister a criminal record? Update. As I'm writing this, my boyfriend is in the shower as we just came from court, because I had to bail him out. Those who were concerned for my safety were very right to be concerned. My sister is a lost cause. Monday evening my boyfriend was arrested for assault in our own home after a call was sent out by a distressed child 20 minutes before they arrived. The police said they were able to restrain my boyfriend before he could harm my sister anymore. Yes, you read correctly. My sister was in our apartment. How? I'll tell you soon enough. But she was in our apartment when I saw her. I'm not lying, my blood ran cold and boiled at the same time. She was huddled with a police officer, crying and sniffling like a scared little girl, her body covered in bruises that looked new. She also had fresh cuts on her body which I didn't know where it came from. Anyway, I got hold of the family lawyer explaining the situation. He knew of my sister's court order for therapy because he appealed for it. I was told he couldn't take my case because he couldn't represent the family against the family, but he was helpful in directing me to another lawyer who is helping us now. Anyway, our lawyer has gotten the security footage of what's happened, and the charges of assault on my boyfriend are pending but not removed until we've won the case. In the meantime, the footage showed her breaking into my apartment, destroying a lot of things. She broke the tank our rat was in, allowing escape. She then waited. She waited an hour for someone to come back home. Unfortunately, it was my boyfriend, and 5 minutes before that she phoned someone looking frightened. The video has no audio, but from what my boyfriend says, he was asking what she was doing there, how she even found us, and to get out because she's not welcome. The footage showed her refusal and how my boyfriend threatened to call the police on her. She was unfazed, so he tried getting her to leave as gently as possible because she was still my sister. She lost it and started attacking him, clawing, biting, kicking, hitting. He immediately pushed her away and she went at him. He tripped her to the ground. She hit her head on the wall because he didn't think it through. My boyfriend is not a woman beater, nor would he have ever hit a woman, but in the next moment she got up and swung at my boyfriend with a wrench. Boyfriend was too late to miss it, hit him in the head, and he got angry and grabbed the wrench from her. You saw him toss it aside before he got her pinned to the floor as he tried contacting the police, but they arrived and broke our door down because my sister hand started yelling help and that my boyfriend was trying to unalive her. Where the wrench came from, it was seen her taking something from his personal mechanic toolbox before boyfriend came home. Monday evening was hell, as I spent it at the police station trying to get them to understand that my sister wasn't supposed to be in our apartments, but the police wouldn't believe me because they knew what they saw. The lawyer could only get to me yesterday along with footage and other evidence. Everything is still being processed and my sister is now being restrained in a mental hospital until then because of her previous charge. As for now, the apartment is still a mess. It's still a crime scene. Our rat was found hiding in a corner of our apartment, clearly afraid because he bit the police officer who found him. He is now safely back with us. As for now, we are all living with trust friends of my boyfriend, who were there immediately to comfort and assist me, and as for my father, he is not picking up any of my calls. They either go to voicemail or are put down. Her charges are pending. The court has put every new charge on hold until they can get results from analysis and reports on my sister's mental health in a month's time. They're also running an analysis on her previous charge of animal abuse, and I am going to meet up with a therapist ordered by the court to share my experiences with my sister. So far, The state doesn't know what to do exactly because despite the footage being proof, it is not enough to evaluate her mental state even with the existing charge. She also lied to the police convincingly that she was given permission to visit me, along with voice evidence of me that. She also convinced the police that I would usually allow her to do what she wanted in our home and that she didn't know I wasn't living alone, so she thought my boyfriend was an unwelcome intruder. She was only trying to protect her only sister. I am actually still shook on how easily she lied so convincingly that it has me doubting on if there's ever been anything else she's been lying so convincingly about.